Hey, welcome to On the Porch. I'm Todd, and as always, joined by Ken, and we got an extra exciting show for you today. Today, Ken is going to tell us what's new in quantum computing, the advantages of having non-binary qubits, and how tips and tricks on how you can get your room to absolute zero so you can have your very own quantum computer. So take us away, Ken.
Well, I guess does Best Buy have that, man? Can I get my own quantum computer at Best Buy?
I don't think you can get it quite yet at Best Buy.
Okay,
So,
well they're behind times, man. They need
yeah.
to catch up, dude. I've been working on that for a while. I'm giving up. I'm just gonna go buy one, and I'm not worried about making one
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to really work those non-binary qubits, so.
Yeah.
Oh, before we get too far in it, tomorrow is Memorial Day. So for all those out there that have served and are serving, thank you so much. And for all those families out there, especially that have given a loved one to the cause of America and to freedom, our words can't express our thanks enough. And to you and your family and to the loved ones that gave everything, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. And I hope this Memorial Day, you get the honor that you guys deserve. Thank you again. So,
Yes, thank everybody.
yeah.
I have a son in the Army right
Yep.
now, so he's here. I'd thank him. He'll
Yep.
be coming home. He'll be coming home soon, though.
Yep.
Well, just passing through. He's transferring to another station, another
Yeah.
base. But we'll see him for
Yeah. At
a day
least
or
you get
two.
to spend a little time with him. That'd be fun.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got to soak up all those minutes you can because with the military, you just never know if you're coming or going.
Oh, buddy, I tell you what, you don't, man. Just because they tell you we're pulling out tomorrow, don't mean it's going to be tomorrow.
No. Or if they
Could
tell
be.
you in 2 weeks, you got 2 weeks. Maybe. So,
Yeah.
but
Do you have any plans for tomorrow? Do anything?
not really. We used to do a big Memorial Day thing here at the house, and we had a pretty steep hill in our backyard. And we used to roll out a big roll of plastic and get the old Dawn dish soap and baby shampoo and the water hose and make this big slip and slide thing and grill and have a bunch of people over, play, had croquet set up or cornhole and washers and all that. And we hadn't done it in a few years. Kids gotten a little older and things. So I think we're just going to stay close to the house. The 100-mile yard sale out on Highway 25, just a stone's throw from my house, is going on. So weather permitting, we might run out that direction and just see if we can find some good yard sale deals.
Yeah, that'd be a good warm up for
Yeah.
127 yard sale.
Yeah. We kicked around the idea of doing it today, but we got so much dadgum rain all day today. It was like, I ain't gonna fight the rain. So,
Man, it's been insane.
yeah.
It's been insane the amount of rain that we're getting up here. I mean, people up here are like, man, we've never seen it like this. Like,
Yeah. We've been getting a lot, and of course the Mississippi River's up, and all the rivers that dump into it are all up. So
yeah.
it's
Well, man, before I forget, you're talking about that slip and slide, and
Yep.
I'll talk about this a little bit later on. I went on a motorcycle ride yesterday. It was wonderful.
uh-huh.
But I saw a slip and slide, and it was way back in this. It's in this area called Wilder, Wilder, and it's named that for a reason, man. 'Cause there is not much back there, but there was this old, like a Civil War era house back in there,
Oh wow.
and it was way back. I don't know, 20, 25 miles back through the mountains, and somebody had bought it and was fixing it up. You could tell they were renovating it. But apparently it was one that had some kids. It was one of them's birthday or something because they had a slip and slide, and it was down this hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. This slip and slide was probably 100 yards long, man.
Oh yeah.
It was all the way down this hill because they had like 3 water hoses up there
Mm-hmm.
watering that thing down, and those kids were moving.
Yeah.
I pulled over and watched them there for a while.
Yeah. We
It sure did look fun.
oh yeah. Hey Johnny, thanks for hopping in here, bub. Appreciate
Hey,
you.
Johnny Mags.
Yeah. We Ours was never that long. We would run at about 100 feet. It'd be what we were running. Of course, we would run out of room if we tried to go too much further. But yeah, we put the water hose on it and then just like lather it up with like baby shampoo and one set ran out Dawn dish soap and whatever else we could find, you know, to make it even a little extra slick. So,
well, this one was a long one, man. I don't even know where they got plastic. I don't know if they had 2 or 3 big rolls of plastic, together or what, but it was huge.
Yeah, there was some kind of big rolls that we would buy. It was almost like drop cloth style plastic, but it was in big rolls. And then there's some kind of like rubberish plastic stuff they use, like I guess on like flat roofs.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people use that kind of stuff too. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
man, you're talking about the slip and slide. This popped up on my feed, man. It was in Facebook, but I've seen it on YouTube before. Have you ever seen those people that their slides? I don't supersonic slides, or I don't know what you call them, but they're made out of metal, and it'll be like 10 lanes.
Oh, yeah.
And they go down and they level out a second. They go down again and level out. You know, like And have you ever seen people wiping out on those? They get going too fast.
Yes.
and they get airborne.
Oh yeah.
I love that. That's so funny to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they got the same kind of thing with like water slides at water parks, you know, and you know, that just go crazy and all this. And there was that one episode of Mythbusters where they built that big one at that rock quarry, you know, because that one guy had that video where he did this monstrously long slide down a hill and then was like able to land inside of an inner tube that was out in the middle of the water.
What?
And so they tested that to see if it was possible, which they were able to recreate it. And it was possible. But did you ever, when you was a kid, did you ever get to go on the original slip and slide?
The original slip and slide. Yes. You talking about the one you could buy just the
the yellow sheet of plastic?
Yeah.
That was more like slip and get all cut up by the grass more than the slip and slide.
It was, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. I remember that.
It wasn't long and okay. So but yeah, our tornado sirens are going off here. So,
is it?
So if power goes out, you guys have a good episode. But,
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, the family's coming down here
to
hang out here in the basement. So
are they? So, they all gonna get on there with you, man?
Yeah, they probably wouldn't want to, but
you're in a good spot for a tornado. Right
there. Yeah. We got the basement, and so they're bringing in the dogs and everybody. So if you hear a little bit of noise, that's what it is. Yeah, the skin ripper. That's what it would be. You get about 2 good slides on it. You know, if you had like 5 or 6 kids there, you get like on the slip and slide, you get like 2. Everybody gets like 2 good slides on it, and then after that, it starts peeling up and won't stay down and gets ripped and everything else. And how long was the original slip and slide? It seems like it wasn't more than 6 feet long. I'm sure it was longer than that, but
I don't know. I was thinking like 20 feet or something. I don't know. I can't remember it's long. But I do remember getting my knees skint though. Trying to go down through there on your knees and going off the end of it and skinning them up.
Let me look.
A good while ago.
Look here and see. The original slip and slide. It says it was 50 feet. I don't remember it being that long.
No, I don't either.
Of course, I probably got the 1980s version, which was cut down for safety.
Yeah.
You know, 1961. Came out in 1961. So.
Did you buy them right along with your set of lawn darts?
No, lawn darts were already outlawed the time I was a kid.
Were they?
Yeah.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would have thought the kids wouldn't throw those up as high as they could and then everybody scatter, you know? One that gets hit is the loser.
Yeah. Well, that's going to happen. Now, we have a set of basically, it's lawn darts, but instead of the dart, it's a big weighted ball on the end, same concept. And that's all my kids do with them, is just throw them straight up in the air to see how high they'll go. Yeah. You know, I even had like a toy bow and arrow that I never target practice. I just shot the arrow straight up in the air to see how high it'd go and run out of the way if it looked like it was going to come down and hit me. You know.
Well, I got some stories about bow and arrows that I don't know. I probably shouldn't tell. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move on.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not sure if you know, I forgot the name of the term. You know that they can't prosecute you anymore. I'm not sure if that time has passed. I can't remember that term now. My mind went blank.
Yeah.
But it's wild.
But man, I went riding on them. I took a good bike ride yesterday. It was a wonderful day up here. I told you, it's been raining for days up here. I mean, just flooding, and it rained this morning like crazy, and it's going to rain again tonight. But yesterday was wonderful, like 74 degrees, and I went riding a motorcycle over through Wilder. I was just telling you about where I saw that big old homemade slip and slide.
Yeah.
But there's a little grocery store back in there, and it used to be a coal mine in town. There's only probably 30, 40 people that live there now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's called Tay's Grocery, Tay''. The guy's last name is Tay. Statute of limitations.
Yeah, that's what it was. Thanks, Johnny.
But this little, and I tell you what, man, we're going to, you know, like we was talking about, we're going to start posting some things of, if we have pictures of some of the stuff we talk about during the show, there'll be, I'll post them on the socials and stuff, Facebook, Instagram. But this little grocery store is a true Appalachian grocery store, man. This guy, Randall Tay is his name, and you can look it up on Facebook, Tay's Grocery. But this man, he was drafted out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
When he was 18 years old, he went out to the mailbox, thought he was getting his birthday card, and it was his draft notice.
Oh,
so he had so he had to go on over to Vietnam. Stayed over there, and he got out, and he came back home, and he opened this grocery store, and he's been working in that grocery store for 52 years now. It's just him doing it all by himself.
Oh, wow.
And it's one of those grocery stores where you get like a bologna sandwich. It is, I'm not kidding you, man. It is, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the cheese is that thick.
Yeah, does he smoke the bologna?
No, he doesn't smoke the bologna. But this old store's, man, it is. I mean, I don't guess he's ever done a repair on it, but it's an old rundown store, but it still works, man. He's got stuff in there that he buys, that he finds, and he collects different things. But there's nothing in there but beer, and there's water and sodas. But he's got a whole counter of those tasty cakes. We talked about the tasty cake cherry pies. Yep. He's got this whole counter, and I'll post it. I'll show you, man. You see them, but that's about all they got in there.
Yeah,
got some candy, but it's not really a grocery store. It's a stop, because apparently, those side by sides. Have you ever seen those, like four-wheelers?
Yeah.
Apparently, that's real big back up there in those mountains, because people were stopping there all the time while I was there. And guy pulls up on a lawnmower with his little girl. I guess he lived around there somewhere. So that's in the country when you ride your lawnmower to the to the store. But I don't know why I was telling you about that, other than just the Tay's grocery store was pretty darn awesome, man. It's one of those places where you go and you're like, man, there can't be too many of these left in the whole country.
Yeah,
because it's just like it was probably 50 years ago.
Yeah,
it was really cool. It was really cool.
That's fantastic. Well, before we get too far away from Tasty Cakes, I've been aggravated at Tasty Cakes because they took my bells away, which are kind of like their version of the ding dong. However, the other day I was at a gas station and I saw, it's the brand Mrs. Freshly's. I'm not sure who makes that or if they're their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they had these ding dong shaped snack cakes, but they were branded with Hershey's chocolate. So I thought, I'll try these. And I opened them, and they were the same exact shape as a bell.
Mm.
because bells aren't a round disc like a ding dong. They're wider at the bottom and then they kind of get more narrow at the top, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like a cone, but with the very tip top chopped off. And one of the things I loved about the bells was the chocolate coating around them
Yeah.
was just really good. These Hershey Mrs. Freshly things taste just like the bells,
Really?
just like them, except the Hershey ones have a chocolate cream in the middle instead of the white cream.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they taste exactly the same.
What do you think's going on there? You
I
think
don't
they
know.
bought them out or something?
I don't know what's going on there. We got to get to the bottom of this snack cake conspiracy stuff. I'm thinking there's some people in bed with big snack cake, and again, I guess the mission of On the Porch is to pull down the corruption in the snack cake business. You know.
Well, I tell you, man, Mr. Randall tell you had a big selection of them. You'll see.
Oh yeah.
He had more of those than he had anything in his store, really.
Yeah. Well, those tasty cake cherry pies are to die for. Well, any of the pies are good, but the cherry
Yeah.
pies for me are to die for.
I bought one, and I got that bologna sandwich with American cheese, and I'm serious, man. It was the cheese was at least 1 inch thick.
Yeah.
And mayonnaise and jalapenos and a cherry tasty cake and a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Buddy, that was a meal fit for a king right there when you're out riding on your bike, man.
That'd get it. That'd get it. That's one level above potted meat and crackers.
It is, man.
You know, so
potted meat. Jeez, I hadn't eaten that in a long time.
No, it's only good when you're fishing. For me, it's like I can only eat it when I'm fishing. You know, but
man, there's no telling what's in that.
You don't look. So.
No, that's the reason they put so much salt in there, just to give it so it can taste like something.
You know, speaking of old grocery stores, I have gone down a rabbit hole, Ken, and it's not good. It's really not that good. I started looking at old clocks, but not like just regular clocks.
Mm-hmm.
Old advertising clocks, like with 7-Up and Coca-Cola and Champion spark plugs and all these different brands that used to put out clocks, because you used to go into a restaurant or a store or even a gymnasium and they always had a big clock with Coca-Cola or 7-Up on it or something. Man, those designs are so cool, to see now.
You mean the vintage?
Yeah, the vintage clocks and the designs and the font. They're just so cool to see. I just went down this rabbit hole, and of course they're all fairly expensive, but I found this old Piggly Wiggly clock had the pig in the middle. Man, it was cool. And if I could afford it, it'd be right above my head right now, but I've been going down that rabbit hole and looking at those. And I think my favorite of them all that I've seen so far is I'm really partial to the 7-Up ones for some reason. I think they're the coolest designs. Yeah.
Have you ran across any with ski? You remember that drink? Have you ever heard of that?
Oh yeah. Ski's big around here. They're St. Louis. They're from the St. Louis areas where they bottle that. Yeah.
Maybe that's why, because whenever my family's from West Tennessee, and I used to go down there a lot, and I used to see those old metal signs on the side of barns and stuff, going down the road. And now I look back and I'm like, man, I wish I had that old sign.
Yeah.
No telling what it's worth.
Yeah. Ski's good. If people don't know, it's like a citrus Mountain Dew style drink, and they use I don't want to say real ingredient they all use, but part of Mountain Dew, one of the main ingredients is orange juice. Well, in Ski, they use orange juice, but there's still some pulp in it from the orange juice.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff. There's another St. Louis area bottler, Fitz's. They specialize in root beer, cream soda. And a friend of mine has an old Fitz root beer clock in his garage. And man, he's going to be moving soon, and I'm going to see if he's taking that with him. So, yeah. But
man, do they still make ski?
Yes, they do. Yep.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
Yeah, they still do. Yeah. In fact, the guy I work with goes way out of his way to go buy ski, and take it home. And he came to work one day in a ski T-shirt. And I'm like, "Where'd you get the ski T-shirt?" And he goes, "You know about ski?" I'm like, "Yes, I know about ski. Ski's wonderful."
Man, I'll have to look that up. And I had no
Yeah,
idea that they were still making that.
yeah.
I don't know where I could get it around here.
I think our Dollar General here in town carries it, or sometimes carries it. I know for sure.
No way.
Yeah, I'll look. So
Mm.
I'll bring a few out to you. If they still
All
have
right.
some.
Yeah, man. If they've got a 6-pack or something, I'd
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. I'll bring some out to you. Yeah.
But
See, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Are you still talking about ski or are you moving on, man?
Well, I was gonna a little bit about um, kind of the same subject. Is it? We don't have them here, but there's a special uh, chip called Grippos,
Mm-hmm.
and they're big like in Ohio and Indiana area. And a guy I work with, every time he's from Ohio. Every time he goes home, um, he gets a box of Grippos and brings to me because they're so good, and it's the only place I can find them. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I've never heard of those.
they're good. You would like them. Yeah, you would like. They're like a spicy barbecue chip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say, a while ago you was talking about the signs,
yeah,
the clocks and everything.
uh huh,
Whenever you come up here, there's it's called the Jordan Motel.
hmm.
And do you remember seeing that when you was here last
Oh
time?
yeah,
That
yeah,
old from the I think 1952 or
yeah,
53. But they have the coolest neon sign
yeah.
out
They
front.
do. They do. That's the thing I
And
saw. It was awesome.
did you get to see it at night, lit up and everything?
Mm, I don't know if I did or not. Maybe early morning, like when we left. I don't think. Well, I don't think I got to see it at night, but I remember seeing it out on the
Hmm.
road because it was so retro and cool.
Oh yeah, man, they keep it up too. They're
Yeah,
that hotel right there. I mean, if you're local, if you have a local like surrounding counties, you can't they won't even rent you a room there.
really.
It's for out of town people. Yeah, like if you came, you could stay there if you wanted to, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It's just like it was back. I think it's 1952 is when it says established on there, but it's all. It looks just like though, from Route 66. So when they had all the roadside attractions back in the day,
yeah,
whenever that was really popular, this was one of those. They call them motor inns. Is that what they
yeah,
used to call them? Is that what they called those back in
yeah,
the day?
yeah,
Something like Elvis would have been staying at whenever he was touring.
yeah,
But it's really cool, man. If you when you come up, we ought to go out one night and just ride by it and look at it because it's just you just don't see many like that anymore.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I haven't. I've been riding. I ride my bike all over, and a lot of times those signs they're not working, but this one is. It's
yeah.
really cool.
See that? I I'm not a great designer or anything or artist, but I enjoy like learning about it. And that
Mm-hmm.
mid-century modern thing has been a thing for a long time. It wasn't a passing fad. It's kind of here, and I think it's here to stay. There's just
Yeah.
something about those designs and those lines that draw people in. I can't really put my finger on it why, um, but it's cool. And it's like if you think about like the 80s and the 90s, a lot of flashy colors and stuff, kind of,
Mm,
just it just didn't stick around because it's just not
yeah.
that great, And I couldn't even tell you like trends for design and like after 2000. It just
Mm-hmm.
seems like it's all just rehashed, whatever. But it's like I remember when living rooms were big with like burgundy and mauve colors, and then of course in the 70s you had the dark cabinets with the orange countertops was big, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But something about that mid-century is just it's gets stuck with you, and you can't shake it. And I love
Well,
it.
everything was so clean, man.
Yeah,
The clean lines and uh, I don't know, just like some of those old stereos, those
yeah,
console stereos, like the one you got.
yeah,
It's just something about those. I don't know. Yeah,
yeah,
remember the clocks in the atomic age or atomic
yeah,
era. Is that considered mid century
yeah. It would be, yeah, during the space race and
time?
all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, the clocks would have those. uh, I don't know, like spikes around the clock and have a
Uh-huh.
ball on the end of it. You know what I'm
Yep.
talking about?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I love all that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
And I think that's why I like some of the percolators that I get
uh-huh.
because I've got one that kind of it's like a 20 cup. No, it's a 30 cup. It's like for if you have a party or something.
Uh-huh.
But it's chrome and it has wooden legs. And it has 3 wooden legs on it, but it looks kind of like a spaceship,
Yeah.
sort of, with those 3 legs. But it's really cool.
Yeah. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm wondering if the mid-century modern things remains popular because it kind of goes with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if you go with like a real simple, um, design, real clean, like minimalist design, it works. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want to really accent it out and really put a lot of color and flair with it, it still works. So
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like is the shag carpet, but that wasn't mid century, was it? That was
yeah,
70s.
yeah, the
Isn't that
'70s.
70s?
I had a cousin had braces, fell asleep on my grandparents' carpet, shag carpet,
Oh
and
no.
woke up attached to the carpet.
Dude, I had braces too. I've done
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
Because I had a I had a it was a fake, of course, but it was like a bear skin.
uh
It was
huh,
like, I guess it was bear. It was like it was fur, but it was my quilt on my blanket, my
uh huh,
bedspread, and had hairs on it. I don't know, man. It was probably 4 inches long, maybe.
yeah,
And I remember waking up a few times, my braces stuck in that thing, man. I had
yeah.
to untangle it before I could get out of bed.
I was fortunate enough not to have braces. My sister did have braces, but
Mm.
I was fortunate
And,
enough not to have to do that.
and the beanbag chair. Did you
Yep,
ever have
had
one of
those. Yep, had those. So yeah, never did have a water bed though. So
No, me neither. Never had one of those.
yeah, but
Probably a good thing.
yeah, a couple of friends of mine had them. I was young enough then to like stay the night and stuff. They they were cool, I guess, when you're a kid. But looking back, it's like that's not going to work for me. You know,
But especially the older ones that didn't have the baffles in them.
right, right,
You know, you'd lay down on it and it would take a minute before it would quit moving
yeah,
around.
yeah, absolutely. So,
You have a peanut gallery down there now?
oh yeah, they're oh we got some water dripping. So
Uh-oh.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, our exhaust from our um pipe that goes up through the ceiling, through the
Mm-hmm.
attic, for the furnace. If it rains real hard, water would trail down and drip a little bit in the basement. So Holly's getting a bucket put under it. So
Well, I tell you, you have a
yeah,
bomb shelter down there, man. There's no tornado gonna bother you down there.
no, no, but yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy, but
Fortunately, up here we don't get many tornadoes. They'll be coming straight, from Nashville,
mhm.
and as they hits the mountain up here, they break up. Now there's been 2 tornadoes since we've been up here, but they weren't like major tornadoes.
Yeah,
Just a little bit, but
yeah,
it wasn't like we used to have it in Nashville. But
yeah,
man, I got this. We don't have weather sirens up here. I got this. You see this? Let's see. There you go.
yeah,
It's a little radio. It's a little
uh-huh,
cheap deal, man. I got it at the hardware store.
yeah,
But let's see. Let me turn it on. It's one of those little NOAA weather radios.
uh-huh.
Let's see if it would come on. It'll come on here in a second, I think. Takes you in.
Lows in the mid 50s.
Uh-oh.
Sunny. Highs in the upper.
But
I'm talking
anyways,
to the aliens.
yeah. But I keep it out here in the studio.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
because we don't have weather sirens. And I have one in the house. I have a better one in the house. It's just a little transistor one I bought as a novelty, but I ended up using it a lot.
right. Well, I remember my grandparents had one, just sitting beside their chair in the living room, and it would go
Hmm.
off, and things. But it was always it was crazy because like Wednesdays at noon it would go off, and it scared the crap out of us, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
Man, I went to the chicken festival. Let's see, what's today? Sunday? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday. Went to the chicken festival here in town yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna post some pictures. I'll post some pictures of this too, because they cook chicken halves, and
Uh-huh.
I have no idea how many chickens they cook, but everybody in town and the surrounding counties comes out because it's a fundraiser for Memorial
Uh-huh.
Day, and man, they sell the heck out of chickens.
I bet they do.
Those, I mean, they're cooked over open pit and everything, and they put them in these big old grates with they lay them on the grate, and then they put another grate just on top of it, and they
Uh-huh.
have handles, and two guys pick it up and flip. They'll turn like, I don't know, it'll be like 20 chickens at once.
Oh
Flip
wow.
them up, flip them over. Pretty cool. They
Yeah.
had that. They had some vendors out there.
They saw some or anything?
They have some kind of mop. They mop
Uh-huh.
it with something while they're cooking.
Uh-huh.
They have a bucket and a big brush and they just, it's like a mop. It's actually like a little. It's what it's for, is mopping barbecue sauce on.
Yeah.
But they got one guy that mops it, and then another guy sprays. He has like a pump sprayer, and he sprays something on there. I think he's just spraying water
Uh-huh.
just to keep it from drying out. And the other dude comes by and mops it with some kind of barbecue, like a vinegar-based barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
But they're really good. They're really
Yeah.
good. But I went out to that yesterday, and they had a car show, and got to look at the old retro cars. I love all those, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime they have anything up here, they do a car show, because so many people up here have them because there's not much to do, and a lot of guys fools with old cars and trucks and
Give them a
things.
chance to show it off then. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't blame you. You spend that much time on something like that, you need to show it off as much as you can.
But there's more classic cars up here. I guarantee you there's more up here than there is in Nashville.
Oh wow.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very cool. Ken, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to cut this episode short because we really got a system coming through,
Okay.
and I think everybody upstairs is in a panic without me.
All right, brother.
Yeah, but
All right, go.
yeah.
All right.
So
Go take care of everybody.
yeah, so everybody listening, get a hold of us on social media at on the porch or on the porch pod. Join us on the porch at gmail.com, or if you just go to the description of this episode on your podcast app, there's a link to text us, and you can send us a direct message that way as well. I hate to cut this episode short, and I'll have it out as fast as I can, but we got tornadoes coming through, so I need to go make sure that everybody's safe and sound here. So I appreciate it, and Ken, take us home.
All right. Once again, thank everybody for listening to Todd and Kid on the Porch. And I'm sorry we had to cut it short, but we'll be back. But for now, we're gone.